Not well enough. We got to do better. Got to play better. Got to be more productive. Got to hold football. So I'm looking for us to contribute and help this football team out more. He needs to stay on the ground. And we worked on that, and we worked it this week, and we'll continue to work it. But he's just got to get it done in games. Well, he's played well. He's played really physical. He's caught the ball well. He's held on to the football, which is the most important thing. And, he's moved the chains. But I need more than just the chains moving. I need touchdowns. I need him in the end zone, to put points on the board. Most of the stuff for him is perimeter for us. That's his strength. We would be trying to put a square peg in a round hole, whatever that analogy is, to ask him to do a lot between the tackles. He's 165 pounds, and his strengths are perimeter run game, and we're going to ask him to do that most of the time. So if he can give us 60, 70 yards of perimeter run, then that puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and a lot of times they'll key in on Cameron, and there he goes. So that's his strength, and that's what we need him to do. We'll leave that inside tough stuff up to Mario and Mike. That's what they should be able to do. Get 4 or 5 yards of carry. Those tough yards.
He's an excellent football coach. He's like the guy that we got. He's relentless around the clock. He's going to work at the game all the time. He's got a great understanding of defense and what defensive people are trying to do to him. He understands defensive back play very well. I know when he's here we used to talk a lot, and he understands coverages and schemes and run fits. And, he's an excellent football coach. And Serena's where he's at, And he's going to be a tremendous challenge.
You say you and him used to talk a lot when he was here. We all pretty good.
Absolutely, absolutely. Very close. Bobby's tremendously competitive, and late at night a lot of times when you're getting ready for other football teams, there's a lot of coffee. Drank around 12 or 1 in the morning. Bobby was always here to share a cup. He's one of those guys going to work around the clock at the game, and I tried to pick him much as I could. About things like what gives your quarterbacks trouble, what gives them. Of course, he's not the kind of guy that offers a whole lot. He figures he might play against you one day. He thinks ahead on that too. So, but yeah, I learned a lot from him.
He's the best quarterback in the league. Got the biggest arm, and they do a tremendous job on reading coverages. And he's definitely a prototypical type of kid. You got a quarterback that can throw it anywhere on the football field, and then you got if you're trying to play man-to-man coverage, you're basically isolated, and you got a quarterback that can make those big-time throws to the field. He can throw the fade, he can throw the post, he can throw the under routes. And then to top it all off, if he needs to scramble, he scrambles. If you look at the play against Texas A&M, the one they threw the 71-yard touchdown, there were 2 guys there that just fell off of him. So he's got that Cam Newton type of strength where you kind of underestimate how strong the kid is. We learned it last year, even on the goal line, where he ran over one of our defensive backs for a first down, and then he ran for a touchdown. So you kind of underestimate him because he's a big kid. You don't think he can run, but he's a long strider that covers a whole lot of ground. So, put that on top of the big-time arm, the intelligence, and then the ability to run the football with the receivers. It's going to be a tremendous challenge for us.
It is a bit frustrating, and as a player, it was frustrating. And guys would come off the sideline, and say, "Hey, it's coming out." Well, it's nothing we could do about that. We've got to find a way. We've got to be faster. We've got to do better getting there. And it's going to be the same look this week. It's going to be hard to get there, but we're preparing a way to get there. And we've got to be competitive all day. We can't get frustrated and play within the structure of the defense. And out of that, let's go have some fun and see what happens at the end of the game.